Hello everyone and welcome to part 4 and the final part of my Iron Man suit build. In this video I will be finishing up the lower half of the suit. This includes the hips, thighs, calves, and shoes. If you haven't seen my other videos yet where I make the helmet, arms, and torso of this suit, please check those out. But otherwise, let's not waste any time, let's get right into it. Okay, so once again we are going to be slicing our parts in Cura. These parts are coming to us once again courtesy of the Dave on Thingiverse. His link is in the description if you want to check him out. And so here I have one of the hip parts. This time, instead of scaling the parts, I'm actually going to be printing them at scale at 100%. If you need to though, make them bigger or smaller, you can scale them pretty easily, and I recommend uniformly scaling so the parts are all the same size. And also, once again, only half of the parts are on the Thingiverse page, the left half, so you're going to need to mirror the parts. So you just go to the mirror tab, click on the right axis to mirror it, and there you go. So yeah, pretty simple. Now let's print them. So here we have all of the pieces for the hips. As you can see, there's quite a bit of support left on some of these. So what I'm going to do is file and sand these down. So once you have all of your parts sanded, you're going to put them together. So I've laid them out in pretty much the order that they're going to fit together in. Should be pretty self-explanatory. In this video though, I'm going to be using a different way of attaching the pieces together. So I have here my soldering iron and a little bit of filament here. And basically what I'm going to do is line the parts up and use the soldering iron to melt the filament together. Now, before you do this, a quick disclaimer. I'm not quite sure how safe it is to be inhaling melting PLA, so when you do this, I would recommend that you, 1, always wear a mask, and 2, keep a window open nearby, and this should hopefully keep you safe while you are soldering the pieces. So yeah, let's do it. It helps to duct tape the parts just when you start to hold them in place. And this is what it looks like. So as you can see, a lot cleaner and also a lot stronger than glue. Here's what the part should look like when you're finished. You have one bigger piece and one smaller piece. Now I don't recommend connecting these two parts. They're designed to snap right together when you put it on. So I would leave those unattached. So yeah, now I'm going to take some EVA foam here and use that as padding. So I went ahead and added the foam. That's about 2 centimeters of foam there on either end. And that was enough for me to wear it and keep the hips aligned. You can add more if you need to. There's some room on the back side right here if you want to add more. But otherwise, that's all the padding I'm going to add, so now we can paint it. So I have here the same Colonial Red spray paint that I've used in the past. Pretty simple, we're just going to paint the whole thing red. Each thigh is made up of 8 pieces, which you can see here. So now I'm going to sand these down. So now that all of the parts have been sanded, we can attach them. As you can see, I've divided the parts up into the front half and the back half of the thighs. I'm going to use the same soldering technique I used with the hips. As you can see, I got a new solder as well. So that's how we'll stick each of these halves together, but you're probably wondering, how are we going to connect the halves? So I have here some ferrite magnets. Got them on Amazon, they're only about $20, but they are very strong. And my idea is I'm going to put them on either sides of the thighs and then magnetically connect them so I can easily pull them apart and put them together when I need to. So first I'm going to solder the parts together and then I'll work on putting the magnets on. So originally I wanted to just duct tape the magnets into the parts, but I found out pretty quickly that the magnets are actually so strong they'll rip through the duct tape. So what I've done is design this magnet box in Fusion. It's pretty simple, as you can see, just a case to hold the magnets in, but you should keep them in place and also add some padding to make sure that they're not too strong. So now I'm going to print a couple of these out to test them. So here are the magnet boxes. You just take the magnets and slide them right in like so, and they will fit to the parts on the inside just like this. I'll solder them in place. So I'm putting 1, 2, 3, 4 here and the corresponding 4 on the other side as well. As you can see, attach the magnets on both sides. I also went ahead and added some support beams below the magnets on the back half just to keep them in place when they attach. And I've also added some padding on both sides. So now that's done, I'm going to paint it. For these parts, I'm going to be using the same Rust-Oleum metallic gold paint that I've used in the past. So each calf is made up of 7 different parts. I've duct taped one half so you can see how it looks. I've also printed out 2 of these knee pieces. On this top one I had a little bit of a printing mishap, so I had to reprint the bottom part and solder it on. But no worries, because once it fits together with the calf part, it sits right on top like there, and you can't even see it. So yeah, now I'm going to sand all these parts down and then solder them together. So we have here the 2 halves of the calves. They fit together like so. If we look at the front half here, we can see that there's a little dangly part on the front that goes over the shoe. I've attached this with a paper clip and some duct tape on the back, and it seems to be strong enough to hold the piece while also letting it move freely back and forth. So now to attach the 2 sides of the calves, I'm again using magnets like we use in the thighs. I have 4 here and I've just duct taped them for now, but eventually I will put the magnet boxes like we had the thighs, so 4 on the other side as well. And now if you stick these 2 halves together, they will attach like so. Now we'll paint them the same colonial red that we had before. For the knee parts, I'm planning to use this Velcro strap so that I could attach them to my own knees. So I will just glue these straps onto the back of the knee, like so. And there we go. So these will fit right on top of your own knee, and you can use the Velcro straps to attach them securely. Now to paint these, we'll be using a metallic aluminum color that I believe I used on the arms once before. The final step is building the shoes. On Thingiverse, the shoes are listed as 2 parts, but in order to reduce the print time, I've split the front half of the shoe into 2 parts, a top and bottom. I've already sanded these parts, And before I put them together, I'm going to add some padding to the bottom of the shoe so it's more comfortable when you're wearing it. So I've added the padding on both the bottom of the shoe and on the top here. Now that that's done, we'll solder the parts together and then paint them. And that is it for the legs of the suit. Now I'm very excited to show you the final product. Please enjoy my finished Iron Man suit. Thank you very much for watching this video. I've been working on this project for around 2 years now, and I'm just so grateful for everyone who has been watching all the parts leading up to this. Please, 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 if you haven't already, like this video, subscribe. I have tons of ideas for projects I'll be doing in the future. If you would like to help me fund any of these projects, I've just started a GoFundMe. The link is in the description below. Please donate. Anything you can helps, and I really appreciate it. Like always, if you have any questions, comment them down below. Check out my other videos, and thanks for watching.